we can do it now. So please, if you have any queries, you can ask us now. So by the time that you are giving your queries to us, I hope this course has been helpful to you in understanding the three levels of organizational behavior at the individual level, group level, and at the organizational level. In the individual level, we discuss on the individual properties, the personality, emotions, values, attitudes, motivations, emotions, which help them to interact properly in the organizational situations. At the group level, we have tried to look into the team behaviors, group behaviors, which specifically the how they interact in group situations and how do they handle conflicts, powers, negotiations, and how group properly functions in the organizations. And at the organizational levels, we have discussed on the organizational changes, transformations, and the cultures of the organization, how it affects the behavior. As a whole, we have tried to focus on the different dynamics which happens at the three levels of the organizations, individual, group, and organization, which leads to different outcomes for the organizations, both at individual level, group level, and organizational level. So if you have any queries regarding the three aspects, you can ask us now. Meanwhile, we have got a query regarding some names where a person has entered his name wrongly. So he has put a query regarding that. So this is not something that we can help you out with that. Please contact the NPTEL office for this name correction, because you have told like you have entered your name wrongly and you want to see, like you want to ask like whether it can be like whether the credit transfer can happen with respect to that. So for that, you have to contact the administrative office at NPTEL Madras to get your clarity on that. Any person who is seeing us this in this live session, if you have any queries which you want to get clarified, please ask us now so that we can respond to your queries. We can give you more clarification on it. I hope that all of you have done your assignments properly, because that also comprises one important part of your evaluation. And so, like, if you have, I think, like, you have followed the classes properly, and we have answered to your questions in the discussion forums also. And if you have done the assignments like in a proper way, so we think like be able to answer the questions also that will be there. And we hope like you won't have any problems in like your in evaluation or in understanding the questions that we have given to you. So if you have any questions, you can put us to now. So we'll be answering your queries now. Hope like you have understood the portion of organizational change and transformation to like explain to it further. Anything which are day-to-day changes, operational changes, we take it as change as phase one change. Anything which changes the nature, the identity of the organization, the way that it is functioning, and gives it a new identity, rebirth, ways of looking at things in a different way, maybe entering into new phase of business with a totally different nature, so identity. That is where we talk of transformational changes. And transformational changes is like a rebirth of the organization. Like after, like when the organization senses like its decline stage is approaching, so then it can slowly transform itself into a new like identity, finding out new like ways of doing business, so that it again relives beyond its lifespan. And that is called the rebirth of the organization. So in our course we have tried to discuss in depth about the processes of organizational change and or also organizational transformation, which helps us to like regain its life and move into a new altogether a new journey, and like how to move in that path. So, and what are the dynamics involved in it, when like what should be the nature of the organization, how the organization needs to be proactive enough to sense like when it needs to undergo a transformational change and get prepared for it, so that the uncertainties do not come on the organization as a certain shock, and they are able to assimilate the change like within themselves and get prepared for the transformational journey. So I hope you have enjoyed the course, and you have been able to use the learnings that you've got from here in your practical day-to-day like organizations roles that you have taken up in your organization, and it has been beneficial to you. So we look forward to the feedback that you're giving to our course, so that it may help us to like develop it in future also. So it's been like more than nearly 20 minutes that we are here. So if you do not have any queries and further queries, we thank you for attending this session. And you not putting any queries shows like maybe we have been able to deliver whatever we wanted to tell you in a proper way. And the interactions in the platforms have been, doubt clearance sessions have been quite fruitful, so that the learning is nearing to its completion and you have been able to assimilate it. And we thank you for that. And we will end our
questions will be there in the exam, but the one will be objective. Will be more in line with the concept.
questions. 100 questions. Questions are 50 questions, yeah, MCQ. There will be different layers of that question, definitely, and reflections of assignments will be there. And but like reflective questions, when you mean like there will be situation given and options given, and you have to see what is the nature of the situation given and option given, and based on your learning, like you have to like answer to it. So definitely MCQ, but there'll be a difference in the um, difficulty level. So you have to, it will be reflective in nature. And assignment questions, definitely some position portion is there, but again beyond that it is also there. Okay. So I think we have answered all the queries that we got in the session, and it's if you have no other further query, maybe we'll be closing the session now. Thank you for attending and happy learning, and we need to see you all performing very well in the exam. Thank you.